All right, so if you're a real estate agent, you already know this. Building your brand on social media, it's pretty much non-negotiable these days. But let's be real, who has the time? Today, we're going to dig into a tool designed to solve that exact problem. It's called ForaPost, and it's built to tackle what might be the single biggest challenge for agents, that consistent, high-quality social media marketing, without the massive time suck.
Does this sound painfully familiar? You start off super strong, posting new listings, sharing market updates, and then a big deal lands in your lap. Before you know it, 2 weeks have gone by, and your social media feed has gone completely silent. Look, that's not a personal failing. It's just the reality for busy agents. It's this incredibly frustrating cycle that a tool like ForaPost is really designed to break for good.
It really all boils down to a classic and frankly impossible choice that every single agent faces when they think about marketing their brand online. Do you spend a ton of money you might not have? Or do you sacrifice the one thing you can never, ever get back, your time?
I mean, just look at the options here. You could hire a marketing agency, but that can run you thousands of dollars a month, which is just out of reach for most agents. Or you could do it yourself, but that's going to cost you over 10 hours a week. That's time that's way better spent prospecting or closing deals, right? Neither of these is really sustainable. But notice that third bar. That's where ForaPost fits in.
So what is this thing exactly? Well, it's not just another app you have to manage. You should think of it less like a piece of software and more like your own dedicated AI assistant, just kind of working for you in the background.
Let's get a little more specific. The heart of the platform is this thing called the AI Manager. Now, this isn't just some simple scheduler that pushes out posts you've already written. No way. It's an intelligent system that actually creates the content for you. It learns your personal brand, your voice, your style, and then it basically acts as your very own social media specialist.
The whole idea here is pretty simple, actually. You get all the power of a huge enterprise-grade marketing operation, but at a price that actually makes sense for an independent agent. It's all about leveling the playing field.
Okay, so that's the big idea, but how does this actually work? How does it fit into your day-to-day workflow as an agent? Let's break down the practical side of things, because the goal here is simplicity and efficiency. It really is a simple 4-step process. First, you just upload your existing content. Then, the AI gets to work and creates your posts. We're talking captions, images, the whole shebang. Third, and this is so important, you approve everything. And finally, once you give the thumbs up, it all gets published automatically.
So what is this content or collateral that you upload? Well, it's all the stuff you already have. For an agent, this is absolute gold. Think about it. Your new listing photos and videos, those property brochures, the market update PDFs you create, glowing client testimonials, your neighborhood guides. You can even just give it the URL to your website. You just feed the system the raw materials of your business, and it turns them into a steady stream of social media content.
Now, I know what you're thinking. A huge question for any agent is brand control. Your reputation is everything, right? Well, this is where you get to pick your own comfort level. You can set it to full automation and just trust the AI to handle everything. Or, and this is probably what you'll do at first, you can use the approval queue. Every single post lands there for you to review, edit, or even tell the AI to try again before anything ever goes public. You always have the final say.
And here's what's really cool. The system actually learns. Every time you edit a post in that approval queue, maybe you add a specific phrase you like to use, or you tweak the tone, the AI pays attention. It's not just doing what it's told, it's actively learning from your feedback. So over time, it gets smarter and much more dialed into your specific brand voice, which means you'll be doing fewer and fewer edits.
This brings us to probably the single most important difference here. We really need to draw a clear line in the sand between ForaPost and all those other social media tools you've probably tried before.
See, other tools are great schedulers. You do all the hard work of creating the content and then they publish it for you on a schedule. But ForaPost is fundamentally different. It's all about that AI content generation and the brand voice learning. It's designed to solve the content creation problem, which is the real bottleneck, not just the scheduling part.
To put it as simply as possible, other tools schedule. ForaPost creates. It's a completely different way of thinking about your social media marketing.
So at the end of the day, what does all this mean for you out there in a super crowded, competitive real estate market? Well, it's about giving you a real strategic advantage. Okay, check out this number, 77%. That's the percentage of consumers who discover new products and services on social media. And in real estate, that means they're discovering new agents. So if you're silent, you're basically invisible.
being there consistently is how you get in front of that audience.
Let's tie this all back to your actual business goals. Using a tool like this means you never have to worry about going dark on social media ever again. It means you are consistently building your personal brand, which is your #1 asset. You stay top of mind with your entire network, so when they think real estate, they think of you. And maybe most importantly, it frees up all those precious hours to focus on what actually makes you money, serving clients and closing deals.
And that really brings us right back to the beginning, to that final question. We started with this problem of losing 10+ hours every single week trying to do this all yourself. So what could you do with that time back? How many more clients could you help? How many more relationships could you build out in your community? What could you really achieve if the job of being a consistent professional marketer was just handled?